What's going on, guys? Tembrews here, back with another tutorial. Today I'm going to show y'all how I made this drop right here. Oops, there we go. Alright, so this is part 3 of my How to Make a Future House remix. Breaking down my Just Dance remix by Lady Gaga. And so if you haven't seen parts 1 and 2, go check it out on my YouTube. I will link them down below. I'll also link the track in my bio. If you want to hear the full track, it's also up on YouTube. So today I'm going to break down the drop for y'all. So let's get into it. So the main elements here are these vocal chops, and they sound like this. The solo I'm here. So that's the main focal point. I really love making vocal chops, just chopping up vocals and putting different chops together. And I'll show you how I do that. So I'll literally I'll usually take the chorus of the vocal right here, and then I'll make a new track and I'll just copy and paste it, and then I'll chop it up. I'll chop every quarter bar or sometimes half bars, just like a good syllable. Let me see where they are here. I got lost. Right here. Okay. Yeah, so each one's like quarter bar, not even a quarter bar. They're each like this long. And then what I'll do, I'll just put different chops, change the order of them until I get like a catchy melody basically. And I'll move them around to different spots to get a nice catchy rhythm. Sometimes it takes a while. Sometimes it's quick. It's just kind of trial and error till I get something I like. But this is what I came up with. I'll play them for you again here. So it's literally just 2-bar loop, and then I just change the 4th bar a little for some variation, because you don't want it to be too repetitive. So just like a regular melody, you'll change a note here and there to add variation. Just makes it interesting, I think. Then the processing. So I'm cutting out the low end with an EQ. Then I think what makes them stand out a lot, I'm using this M-Auto Pitch plugin. It's a free auto-tune plugin. Highly recommend it if you're just looking for an easy free auto-tune plugin. So I put it in the key of the song, which this is C# minor. Got the speed to 100. And then I love playing with this Formant shift knob right here. I put it up to 2.98. That kind of gives the chops that higher pitch. So I'll show you with and without this plugin. This is without. Or sorry, I gotta turn it off on both of them. So I have 2 tracks here. As you can hear, big difference. That's just the normal pitch of the vocal. Doesn't sound bad, but I thought just for this future house vibe, pitching it up sounded cool. So this is with. So then we got another EQ, cutting out the lows again. Then I'm using CLA vocals, just like I used on the regular vocal. Mainly just using this compressor here, put on spank mode, and little reverb and delay. More EQ, Then I got the S1 imager widening the chops, and then of course kickstart for sidechain, so it doesn't get in the way of the kick. Next, I just have a baseline. So let me solo that. Let's see. Okay, so I layered the vocal chops with a bass line and chords. I'm using the same chords from the build-up and the break, I believe. Let me double check here. C sharp, A, E. Yeah, okay. So I'm using the same chords from the build-up and the break. And then this is the MIDI pattern. So I'm just having them play like for half a bar, or sorry, quarter of a bar, every quarter of a bar. So it's kind of like a call and response thing going on, because it will play, then you'll just hear the vocal chops. Sometimes they'll both hit. Call and response, that's just like a great technique to use in my opinion. But this is the chord MIDI pattern. Yeah, so the chords are hitting a few more times in the fourth bar, just for variation again. And then let me mute the audio. So these are all the layers of the chords. Let me show you them. So we got 2 layers of Serum. This is just a saw preset from Cashmere that I got from Splice. And then the other layer is this preset I also got from Splice. I think it's from like a Drop Gun samples pack. And then I also layered it with a piano. Piano's from Nexus. It's just this dance piano. It's a built-in, or it's from this expansion ROM extension pack. Processing, I just have Camel Crusher with the British Clean preset. EQ, cutting out the lows so it doesn't clash with the bass. Let's see what else. We got some reverb here from Valhalla Room. Another EQ, widener, and a sidechain. So just 3 layers of chords. And then these are, let me see if okay, this is not working. I may have used this pluck, but it's not playing for some reason. Sometimes I'll just layer the chords with a pluck sound to give it more attack. But anyway, this is the bass. So I got 3 layers of bass here. This is just a built-in preset from Serum. It's called Mod Wheel Me. I turned off the delay. Just EQing. Let's see. So I have 3 layers. So I have a high, or this is the main layer. Low cutting to 100 hertz, because that's where the sub bass would be. Camel Crush, as always. S1 Imager, I'm making the bass mono, so I set the width right here all the way to 0. And then sidechain, of course. And then one thing I like to do is I'll make a new track with the same preset, and then I'll just put the notes up an octave. So this is like a higher layer. And and then lower the volume. So you can't hear it too much. You don't want it to overpower the main layer, but it just adds some nice like high frequencies all that are also in mono, but it just kind of like beefs up the bass. And then this is the sub bass here. Hopefully you can hear that. This is just another built-in Serum preset. It's in mono, high cut it to 100 hertz, because that's all really where the sub frequencies are. So then what I did is I bounced out the chords in the bass to audio. And the reason I did that is so I could do this like slow down and speed up effect. As you can see, like there's like a fade out right here. So you can draw in a fade, and then if you right click, you can press slow down, and it kind of gives it that tape stop effect. I'll show you what I mean. It's like this. See how it stops right there? That's this tape stop effect. And you can do this with other plugins. I know Effectrix used to use that one for this, but I updated my computer and it's like not working, so I did it the harder way. But it's works the exact same. I just bounced it all out to audio, and then you just draw in the fade outs and fade ins, and you can right click it, press slow down, or you can press speed up if you want it to like come in. So this is an example of it coming in right here. Right there. Yeah, I thought it just made a huge difference when I did this. It was a lot more boring without this effect. So just a little trick there. Nothing too complicated. A lot of producers do this. So together with the chords, bass, and vocal chops, sounds like this. Oops. And then I think I have a couple like fills in here just to make things interesting. So I got this little like bass hit right here. That's at the end of the every second bar. Or not every second bar. Every second bar. And then I have this synth playing at the end of every fourth bar. Just another fill-in. Sounds like this. It's a very like mono synth with a lot of reverb. I think it's from it's from a Blaster Jacks pack on Splice. This one is Serum also. I think it's a drop gun preset. Just another. I get a lot of presets and samples from Splice. So shout out Splice. You can find pretty much anything you're looking for on there. So yeah, I love adding fills like at the end of every second bar, and like I'll usually have one for the end of the second and then a different one for the end of the fourth. Let's see. And I found a couple other chops of the vocal that I put in. Like that woo right there at the end of the fourth bar. And then going into the second half of the drop. That let's go. I don't know. I thought it was really cool. Just like raises the energy. And then the yeah. Little like chants like that. Perfect for the drop. So obviously, let's get into the drums here. Let me show you those. So I got this kick. Really punchy. I like it a lot. This clap. Pretty juicy clap. See, I got these drum fills. Love those. Think they sound really cool. Let me know what you think. But yeah, again, I'll put like drum fills at the end of the second and the fourth bar. So I'll usually like put a synth fill and layer it with a drum fill. Let's see what else we got here. I got this like exhaust. It's a really long sample, so I did a fade out. Just some white noise. I have this hat here. I think I used it in a different project, but it's supposed to be reversed so that it reverses into the clap. So yeah, let me mute that for now. And then second half of the drop, let's see if I'm missing anything here. I got this, or no, that's before the drop. That's literally it for the first half. Then second half of the drop, we got some hi-hats going. Open hat, ride, closed hat here. Also this shaker loop. And then I have this riser going up, just signaling to the end of the drop and into the break. Volume's pretty low, so you can't really hear it till it's like the drop's about to end, which is what we want. So everything together, the second half. So that's literally it, guys. Nothing too complicated here. Just chords, bass, vocal chops, and then just like some basic house drums. Nothing too crazy. Let me know if you have any more questions. I'm gonna play the full drop here, everything together, so you can hear how it like progresses from the first half to the second half. So let's play that. And I'll just play like the bar before. And then it goes into the break. And then the second drop, it's literally the exact same. Just the first two bars of the second drop, I took out the kick. Took out the kick in the clap. This is a technique I do a lot in the second drop, just to kind of add a little variation so it's not the exact same as the first drop. Yeah, just to make it more interesting, like little things like that can just make it like a little less repetitive. And then they come back in right there. But yeah, everything else exact same. So that's literally the drop. Let me know if y'all have any more questions, and let me know what you think of the video. Any tips, feedback, greatly appreciated. If you made it this far, you're a real one. Really appreciate you. Hit the subscribe button, like the video, let me know what you think. definitely trying to make more tutorials. I'd like to do one a week, so trying to work on that, and always working on new music. So yeah, thanks for watching, and have a great rest of your day and week. Peace.